Hi Dreamers, welcome back. I did a declutter video on my foundation a few days ago, and quite a few of you messaged me on Instagram, messaged me on Facebook, left comments on the video asking for a review of the Nars foundation that I mentioned in that video. This is the All Day Luminous Weightless foundation. This is one, I actually went to go and purchase a different Nars foundation. I had in my mind that I wanted to give it a try. I knew it was very expensive. I saved up for it. And when I went to go look at the foundations, this one, when I swatched it on the back of my hand, and I don't even remember off the top of my head which was the Nars foundation that I went to go get, but it's one that everybody talks about. So when I went to go purchase the foundations, I did the color matching at Sephora because I wanted to make sure that I was getting the exact right color for me. And you guys know that changes with, the seasons, it changes with age. And so I had them color match me, and I swatched the colors that were my match for this one and the other one. And I just really liked the match for this one the best. Now, when I very first tried this foundation, I did not like it. I thought that it was cakey on me. I thought that it accentuated the little fine hairs on my face, and I just really wasn't happy with it. What I found was that, first off, I wasn't shaking it up well enough. Second off, I found a little trick to do on the back of my hand, which is just as simple as slightly blending it. And then also working a little bit faster to blend this. It is very, very pigmented. When I do the demo here in a second, you will see that you only need a very, very small amount of this product in order to cover your entire face. The last thing is that I was trying to use 2 pumps at the same time. I do not recommend it. What I do recommend as far as application for this foundation, and again, I'm going to do a demo here in a second, is really take the time to shake it up. And that's good. So really a good 5 seconds. 1 pump at a time. So pump it out, and then just kind of take your finger and blend it slightly on the back of your hand. And I will show you this in the demo as well. This gives you a really nice medium satin finish. Medium coverage satin finish. I don't have to set this with powder. I absolutely love that. I've probably said it in this video 100 times, but I do love that about this foundation. Another tip that I will give you is to work quickly as you're blending. Usually what I do when I put my foundation on is I kind of focus on one area and get that area blended out pretty well, and then I move on. I wouldn't recommend this with this foundation. Take your brush, go ahead and blend over your whole face, and then go back and smooth out those areas. Because it is very, very pigmented, it does set a lot faster. If you are worried about it setting too fast, it doesn't set on the back of your hand quite as much. You can kind of work it around a little bit better. Just do half of your face at a time. And finally, if you want to blend this up or build this up to a fuller coverage foundation, which you can do 1 pump at a time. Do 1 pump, get that nice medium coverage. Let that set for 10 or 15 seconds after you finish blending it. Then go back in with a second layer. That will build it up, but it will not look cakey. So when I did not like this foundation at first, I actually thought about returning it, and I do think that I mentioned that in a video quite a while ago, that I did think about returning it, but I couldn't find my receipt. No idea what I did with it, and there's not a Sephora close by to where I live. I have to go to the next town over, and I just never got it done. I'm glad that I didn't, because now this is one of my holy grail foundations. I absolutely love it. I wear it religiously. I've been wearing it religiously every day since I figured out how to make this work for me. So I hope that this video helps you guys. I'm going to jump into the demo, show you how I apply this. I'll check in after, I think it'll be about 12 hours, so you can see how it wears to the end of the day, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, I've already primed my face, and now I'm going to go in with the foundation, and you do have to shake this up really well. And I think it does say that. Yeah, it does say shake well on the bottle. So shake that up really well. And then I just need 1 pump, and that's it. That's all it is. I like to kind of mix it up a little bit more on the back of my hand. And then I will just dot this all over. And I usually take my brush and kind of pick up any that's left over on the back of my hand. And if you work a bit quickly, this is very easy to blend. If you go pretty slow with your blending, then I would do half your face at a time. And I just go in with one layer. It gives me this nice medium coverage. It's a satin finish. It's not a complete matte. It doesn't make me look dry at all. It doesn't make me look cakey at all. You can put a second layer on if you'd like a little bit more coverage. One of the things that I absolutely love about this foundation is I don't have to set this with powder. Even with having combo skin, I don't have to. Now, today for the demo, I'm not going to set with any powder at all, so you can see how it really wears. And when I check in at the end of the day, you will see that in the areas where I get super, super oily, right here on my nose and on my chin, and I have my hands on my chin a lot during the day, it does break down a little bit. So if you are really oily, like in your T-zone, then go ahead and set it with a powder. But with my combo skin, I don't have to, and I absolutely love that. It saves me a step in the morning. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup, go about my day, and you can see how nice this foundation looks right now. And I will check back in with you at the end of the day. It will be about 12 hours, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we are here at the end of the day. I have now had this foundation on for 12 hours. I was outside for a little while today, and it's not particularly incredibly warm right now. It was around 88, 89 degrees and not particularly humid today. I can tell you that I have worn this when it is a lot more humid, and it doesn't look any different. It looks exactly the same as it did today. I took an hour-long nap on the couch because it was just an incredibly long day today, and I was just beat. So let me zoom in a little bit closer and I will show you what this looks like. So let me zoom in a little bit closer and I will show you what this looks like. Okay, so as you can see, I did touch up my blush a little bit today, but I haven't touched up anything else. As you can see, the foundation still looks really great. It has broken up on my chin here a little bit, and I have noticed that when I have particularly stressful days, it will do that because I put my hands on my face a lot. But the areas where I haven't had my hands on my face, it looks great. You can see on my forehead where it's been really untouched for the entire day, it still looks really darn good. I'm not having any kind of breakdown around my nose. I am a tiny bit shiny just right here, but it doesn't feel oily, it doesn't feel slick, it doesn't feel, I mean, when I pat on it, there's nothing really coming off on my fingers, so it's not really breaking down at all. I have just lost a little bit of the pigmentation right there on my chin, and like I said, I've had my hands on my face a lot today because I've been very stressed out. But overall, I think that the foundation really holds up well. I have worn it for longer than 12 hours. I've worn it for 16 and even 18 hours. And as long as I kept my hands off my face, it looked pretty darn flawless at the end of the day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning into this video, and thank you guys so much for requesting this particular review of the Thank you guys so much for watching and for requesting this review. Again, this was the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and it looks like this. This is one, again, that you do have to shake up really, really well. And if your skin tone is like mine, I am in the medium 1.5 Valeruis, I think is how you say it. But if you go to Sephora and you do the matching, there is a very good color range for this. And they matched me absolutely perfectly. This is the perfect color for my skin tone. I highly recommend doing that color tone matching at Sephora before you pick out any of your foundations. Again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful or you like these types of reviews. And I'll see you next time.